all my crafty little givers. This is Danrie from Craftofgiving, and in today's video I want to share another Halloween inspired tutorial, but this time it's Halloween biscuits decorated with royal icing. To make your biscuits, I'll have the full recipe typed down below. Feel free to use your own, but for this one you'll need some golden syrup, butter, self-raising flour, plain flour, cocoa powder, and 1 egg that you'll lightly beat, and some caster sugar. Step 1, grab a bowl and sift in your flour and cocoa powder together just to remove any lumps and bumps, and then we can go ahead and add in our caster sugar once we've given this all a nice big sieve. Like I said, I'll have the recipe typed out down below for you to use, otherwise feel free to use your own one. Just make sure that it's a cookie recipe that will hold its shape after baking. Next, we add in our butter using clean fingers or a pastry cutter. Start rubbing that butter into the mixture until it creates breadcrumbs. Quickly beat your egg lightly and make a little well in the center of your flour mix, and add in your beaten egg and your golden syrup. Using a clean wooden spoon, go ahead and mix this together. I did go ahead and put on some food safety gloves and mix this together with my hand to form the dough. I rolled out my dough straight away, but feel free to leave yours to sit in the fridge for a little bit. It's easiest to roll your dough in between 2 sheets of parchment paper. This avoids any sticking and a really clean up. Now it's the fun time of cutting out our cookies. Now you can decide what kind of cookies you want to make for Halloween. I'm making some gravestones, some skulls, a coffin, some fierce cats, a bat, and there's another skull I didn't use. Go ahead and cut out your cookies. Did I say you need to roll your dough about 1/2 centimeter thick, all nice and even? Go ahead and cut out your cookies and place on a sheet of parchment paper ready for the oven. Oh, also be sure to preheat your oven according to the recipe's instructions. I did go ahead and use my ninja cookies cutters to make some skeleton ninjas as well. Go ahead and bake your cookies and allow it to cool completely before decorating. To decorate, I'm using this royal icing mix that I found at my local Woolworths, or you can find it at any good decorating shop, like cake decorating shop. I gave it a quick little whisk just to break up any lumps, and then followed the instructions, which asked for 15 millimeters of water and beating it together with some electrical beaters. Now this consistency was perfect for my piping icing, which is the icing we'll use to make the outline on top of our biscuits, to make a little retaining wall for our flooding icing, which is a little bit more runnier, and it will keep all the icing together and not make a hot mess disaster for you. With the remainder of my royal icing, I added a little bit more water to make a nice flooding consistency, which is a lot runnier than our piping icing. Go ahead and add your flooding icing to a piping bag as well. With your piping icing, go ahead and snip the tiniest corner off the end of the piping bag, and now it's time to start decorating your cookies. Using the piping icing, you can use this to make nice clean outlines like I do here, or nice defined details without the icing running everywhere because it's so runny. To decorate cookies with a larger surface, go ahead and trace your outline in piping icing and then fill it with your flooding icing, which is a bit runnier, using a toothpick to drag it to the edges and fill any gaps. Using another packet of royal icing, I did go ahead and mix it exactly the same, but I colored mine black, and I used black food coloring and a lot of it. I did make my flooding icing a little bit too runny. It's okay, it just took a longer time to dry completely. Before decorating anything like I'm doing here, make sure that your base color is a little bit dry so that the two colors don't bleed into one another. For the finer detail of my designs, I did go ahead and use a toothpick. I found it a lot easier to control rather than my piping bag, and you could get a lot finer detail, which was really cool. These little ninja skeletons were a big hit when I shared these with my friends. I think that these will be really impressive to make, and people will think that a professional has made them when you make these for your family and friends. To decorate my cat's eyes, I did go ahead and use white flooding icing on the black flooding icing. I did want this to be a little bit more runny as opposed to setting hard before I decorated, because I did want the white icing to set into the black icing. So I'm just telling you to do the opposite of what I just told you. Anyways, this created a really cool effect, and I could really maneuver the icing and manipulate it into the shapes I wanted. Once you finish decorating your cookies, allow these guys to sit on your kitchen bench overnight, uncovered to dry completely. If you store these in an airtight container just now, while they're wet, you will make your cookies go soggy due to the moisture in your royal icing. When your cookies have dried completely, you can go ahead and serve these any way you like, whether it's in a cauldron pot like I have here, or if you want to wrap it up individually in some plastic gift bags, add a label or a sticker on it, it's up to you. Be as creative as you like in sharing these Halloween treats with your friends and family this year. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below telling me what is your favorite Halloween biscuit that you've ever seen, and how did you decorate it, or how did someone else decorate it for you? I'd love to hear it. If you want to, please subscribe to my channel. I upload videos on handmade gifts and other fun DIY projects like this one and many more. Be sure to check out my previous videos. I think there might be one or two that you might enjoy or like to make as well. I thank you so much for your time. Remember to be crafty with your giving, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!